One of the more interesting storylines from this offseason was who was going to be the Jets' starting running back. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over every single candidate for the job and saying whenever they have a good chance to win it or not. And without further ado, let's get started. Lakey Ryan was a 4th-round pick in last year's NFL draft, but not a whole lot of people are talking about him or thinking of him as a legit candidate for the starting job. And why is that? Well, first off, he was drafted to fit in Adam Gase's offense. He was drafted to be an Adam Gase-style offense. And now the New York Jets are running a completely different offense with the Shanahan scheme, and Lakey Ryan really doesn't fit in it. I mean, it features a lot of outside runs and RPOs, and most running backs who are in the system have a lot of speed, and Lakey Ryan is the slowest back on the roster. And then second off, last season, he just wasn't that good. I mean, he didn't get a whole lot of opportunities, but whenever he did get them, he just didn't take advantage of them and didn't play well on them. I mean, he had that one good touchdown against Buffalo last season. That's like the only highlight or the most memorable moment he had. Other than that, it was just your plain basic 2-yard carries up the middle, and he just wasn't that good at them. I mean, last year, he had 64 attempts for 232 yards and averaged 3.6 yards a carry. That's not good. I mean, Frank Gore averaged 3.5 yards a carry on 187 attempts. Like, Pirine last season just wasn't that good, and honestly, I don't think he has a legit chance to be the starting back. I mean, he has been getting a lot of reps in practice, so take that how you want, but generally, I don't think Lakey Ryan has a good chance to be the starting running back. The Jets claimed Johnson off of waivers last season, and like Pirine, he didn't get many opportunities, but unlike Pirine, he took advantage of his opportunities. In a Week 13 loss against the Raiders, Frank Gore left the game with an injury and Ty Johnson became the starter. And in the loss, Johnson ran for over 100 yards. He also fits into the Shanahan system well. And Johnson has a lot of talent as well as speed. Like, I believe one season in Maryland, he averaged like 8 yards a carry. I mean, the guy is talented, and this season he averaged 4.7 yards a carry on 54 attempts. So I definitely believe Johnson has a good chance to become the starting running back. The Jets claimed Josh Adams off waivers in 2019, and I just want to say he's had a very interesting football career. In 2017, his senior season with Notre Dame, at one point in the year, he was a Heisman candidate. In 2018, as an undrafted free agent, Josh Adams led the Philadelphia Eagles in rushing yards at 511. And then in 2019, he had the least amount of yards on the New York Jets with 12. One season, you lead an NFL team in rushing yards, and then the next, you had the least amount. That's pretty crazy. Now, obviously, a lot of it's on him, but also Gase just didn't give him opportunities in 2019. In 2020, he ran the ball 29 times, had 157 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Would have liked him to have a little more opportunities, but the fact that he had almost as much rushing yards as Ty Johnson and Lakey Ryan, with having a lot less carries than them, says something. He also averaged 5.4 yards per carry last season. And so Adams, he has a lot of talent, but he just doesn't fit into the Shanahan system though. Like, he's more of a power running back, and the system features a lot more speed running backs. But I'm viewing him as a dark horse starting candidate because, yeah, he doesn't fit into the system well, but he's a very talented back, and when given the opportunity, he takes advantage of it. Hopefully he gets more opportunities this season because I really want to see what he can do. Coleman is the Jets' veteran running back. He has the most experience in the Shanahan system, has actually thrived in it. He's also a proven running back in the NFL, and during his prime was one of the best backup running backs in the NFL. But the thing about Coleman is that he suffered a season-ending injury last season. He's up there in age, and most of the time running backs who suffer major injuries like that don't always come back and play like they did in the past. He also didn't have that great of stats last season when healthy. And I don't know, with Coleman having that season-ending injury and him just getting up there in age, I don't know how well he's going to play for the Jets this season. I'm going to say he has a good chance to start because, you know, he's a veteran, he's a proven back in the NFL. But with all these younger guys coming in, more talented than him and also younger than him, I just don't know if he's going to get the starting job. And the final guy we're going to be talking about is Michael Carter, a 4th-round pick in this year's NFL draft. Now, I'm telling you, Michael Carter should not have been there in the 4th. The Jets and probably multiple other teams viewed him as a 3rd-round talent, and there could have been teams who viewed him as a 2nd-round talent. I mean, Michael Carter is a good player. He was 4th in the nation in running yards last season, and in 2019 and 2020, he ran for over 1,000 yards. He's also never fumbled in the 2-year span and has been a pretty reliable receiving back in that span as well. So Carter's versatile and is good. Shouldn't have been there in the 4th. He's a talented back. He also fits into the Shanahan system very well. And do I think it's crazy to say that a 4th-round pick might be a starting running back? Absolutely not. I actually think that's a good thing if your 4th-round pick is beating out all these veteran players. That just goes to show you that he's very talented. And he's been getting a lot of reps with the first team, and I think his chances of being the starting running back are actually pretty high. I think Carter has a legit chance to be it. And this leads us to our final question of who's going to be the starting running back this year. Who I think is going to be the starting back is Michael Carter. Call me crazy, but based on what we've been hearing so far from him in OTAs and minicamp, I think Carter has a really good chance to start. Now, unless Tevin Coleman is coming back like even better than he's been in his NFL career from that injury, because it's happened in the past, I just see Carter as the most talented back on this roster. I think he has a great chance to start, and I think he's going to. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of my video? Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch it. It really means a lot to me, and let me know if you enjoyed by hitting the subscribe and like button. Also, comment down below your thoughts on today's video, and if for some reason the comments are turned up, hit me up on my social medias, Jude_Jets on Instagram and Twitter. I also wouldn't mind if you follow them as well. Well, I'm your host, Jude, signing off for now. See you later.